What's going on, everybody? We are here. It's the Friday Breakdown. What's going on? Good to see everybody. Happy Friday. No Bromo, what's up? I'm fighting my society to this one. Let's go. Azkaban Prison, what's up? Ars the Bell, what's up? Bloody Mexican, what's going on? Moshi Cats, good to see you, big dog. Usman wins. Osman. They don't even know how to spell your fucking name, like, yeah. How's it going? I am doing good, dude. I'm good. Fired a little shot at some other MMA YouTubers yesterday with my video. And now we're here doing the stream, yeah? You see Osman throw up the Roman salute? Yeah, what the hell was that about, huh? Little Malteser head, yeah? What's up, dude? I'm good. Bunky Newman, what's up? What's up, Wyatt? I missed the last couple streams. How you been? Sorry for your loss of Conor. It is what it is, man. Onward and upward. We support Usman now. I got halfway through the vid. Keep melting those fake news soy boys. I got you, brother. Guys, do me a huge favor. Spam that like button down below. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Let me get my show doc open. All right, one sec. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Not just UFC OKC picks, but we got McGregor tweeting again. We got Gaethje possibly retired. Volkan Oezdemir has been tested positive and admitted to EPO use. And then we have UFC OKC picks, all right? Usman is channeling his inner Elon Musk. MMA Joey and Luke Thomas are the worst. Luke Thomas has the occasional good take. He used to be a lot better. Some of these guys are just, oof. Let me see. Hold up. What's going on? Oh, shit. Huh. Let me look into that. Got a little piece of inside info about a fighter recently. Let's see. Don't think I can say it on stream, though. Let me look into it. Okay, yeah. Nah, nothing yet. I watch Wyatt and Guru and the Timbo Sugar Show only. Yeah, I like all of them. Shout out to them. Yeah, those are like I watch a lot of fighters YouTubes. I watch Mighty Mouse. I watch not Adesanya. He just has the podcast with Mighty. Sugar Sean, Tim Welch. I watch Aljo's YouTube a little bit here and there, and then like I watch YouTubers. Like I like No Bromo. I just watched No Bromo's video about Max Holloway getting simped out. Cucked out by his wife. Why do you do that, man? Why are you doing that? You know? I watch Guru. I don't watch Guru as much. He doesn't really post that often. I'll pop into a stream every once in a while. And who else? I think Lucas Tracy's funny. I think Bedtime's funny as fuck. I think what was the other one? Who's the other one that I watch a lot? Oh, AJ. I'm sorry. I've collabed with AJ. AJ's got great videos as well. Dougie, Wyatt, and Guru are the best. I don't agree with Izzy being the middleweight GOAT. Who do you think is? Anderson? Because that's really the only other argument for middleweight GOAT is Anderson. I used to watch Mighty, but once he let pressure get to Guru, I stopped. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't watch him as much anymore either. I watch a lot more of like the people that are around my size than like I watch fighters YouTubes, minus Mighty, and then I'm looking through his stuff. It's like, I watch BXG, I watch No Bromo, I watch Dougie's Corner. Oh, Vampiric Legs too. Vampiric Legs makes really good content. I like him. Tony Has Died is underrated too. I don't watch a ton of his videos, but I love his IG. Yo, Wyatt, it's my first time ever joining your live. MMA Joey sent me. I'm sure, dude. You've been in my chat a million times. Relax. Relax. Joey didn't send nobody nowhere except the Burger King. JT Dubs, what's up? I sparred last night and a guy stomped my knee. I dropped him with a body shot and was upset. Nah, dude, stomping on the knee in sparring's no bueno, dude. KZ MMA, shout out KZ MMA. I see you, dog. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Kenny ducked my debate call out as well. Of course he did. Of course he did. I was thinking about this, dude. I was thinking about this because there's Joey fans in my comments saying that I support a rapist and stuff because I like Conor. And I was gonna DM one of them back an article about the case, but whatever. And I was like, Dan, these are the same people, the same mindset. Has anyone called the voicemail yet? Yes. Yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 voicemails on there so far. I'm gonna let it get a few more. I'll probably do the first mailbag video next week. But what was I talking about? Oh, MMA Joey fans are all on my shit, but I was gonna say the MMA Joey fan mindset is like the same people that say all men are trash, or all white people are racist, or all black people are criminals. It's the same mindset. It's like they just go gambling shill ? And rapist ? For being excited about Conor's return. Little forehead, thank you. Thanks for the GOAT trophy for 1,000 Jews, yeah. Knee stomps are dirty. That guy deserved to be dropped. True. I hate that guy. No, bro. 10-7. Hey, 10-7, I got to DM you. We got to talk about that thing. I was curious, the thing we talked about. I'm curious as to where you're at with it. Yeah. Zen Connor was not on my bingo card. Obviously not sure if it's entirely genuine, though, but still funny. True. How does anyone like Joey G? Kenny Okoye doesn't debate people. He just yells over them like a retard instead of actually having a back and forth. Nice. But he debated Marauder, who has less subs than me, and he said he wanted to support a fellow Nigerian. Dude wants to see us white boys fail. Sounds about right. We're having a meeting this Sunday for show. Let's talk about it. If Joe Pfeiffer is in the chat, press 988. He already is, dude. He watches my channel all the time. DDP resilience is something to behold. Even in round 5 of the Hamzat fight, DDP was amped and had that fiery expression till the bell rung. True. I really want to debate Kenny for real. Would be an easy W. Yeah, it's like when people, man, I don't know. Like Joey, Kenny, at least from what I've seen, when their entire worldview is focused on political stances, race, and things like that, they're usually pretty easy to debate. Because they just call everything as black and white, because it's a low IQ way to look at the world, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. I think DDP stomps Usman. Anyone else? I think DDP is going to win. I see people in my comments sometimes saying, oh, Usman's going to smoke him, lad. I'm like, what are you talking about, yeah? What are you talking about, yeah? MMA Shay challenged Patty for a full MMA spar after Patty's comment on Shay's video. I saw that. Me and Shay follow each other on IG. I saw that. I saw that on a story earlier. Usman's got a new chemist, CEO of EPO. Did you guys see that Volkan Oezdemir tested positive? He's suspended for like a year and a half. Volkan Oezdemir tested positive for EPO. New Larry June. Dude, the new Larry June's sick. I was listening to it this morning. Let me see. Casual Monday, better decisions. Those are dope. 3 calculators is fire. Organically sliding. Yeah, Larry June makes good music, dude. Usman by smudging. I just don't see it at this weight class. At 170, Usman can do that. I don't see it happening at this weight class, though, yeah? McGregor versus Diaz 3 in power slap. No, Zuffa boxing. Zuffa boxing. Leg kick championship card jitsu, huh? Did you see the woman that accused Conor just launched her book? Yeah, it's available for pre-order. It doesn't come out for a couple months. I am going to read it and talk about it on the channel, though. For sure, yeah. You sound Italian? No. White American. White American. Kamaru was significantly bigger than Buckley and was able to bully him. He doesn't have that same luxury against DDP. Agreed. I think Usman gasses as DDP makes him work. DDP rounds 3, 4, 5. TKO. We're on the same page for sure. Former Italian, former Mexican, Dana. What's up, Dana? Former Mexican. Why? How do you see Max versus Hoofy go? I might pick Hoofy in that fight. I'm not going to lie. Wyatt simping for Conor worse than Max was for his wife? Yeah. Little bit. Conor should fight Nate is the best way to end both of their runs and get them both a big bag. Guys, hear me out, though. If Conor retires after he beats Eddie, he's like top 3 all time. Larry June doing a record signing in LA on Sunday. Damn, I'm going to be in like Bakersfield on Sunday for 559 fights. Sunday the 19th at what? Going Underground Records in Los Angeles. 1 wristband per copy of Who Coppin'. But Who Coppin's not the name. That's the name of a song. That's not the name of the album. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay. What's up with celebrity wives coming on a pod and cooking their husbands, like Holloway's wife saying he was in her DMs for 5 years? Man, I don't know. I know she's kind of famous. She's a pro athlete herself, but I think it has to do with the wife having a little bit of resentment towards the husband for being the one that has fans and is famous and stuff. You see that shit. You see every single, not every single, but you see every time that a guy, like a famous dude, is getting embarrassed by his wife on a podcast. Steph Curry as well. There are guys that reach the height of the sport, NBA champion, UFC champion, and in my opinion, I don't think it's a woman thing. I think it's a case-by-case thing. And I think it's they end up with a chick that is upset that their husband got more of the limelight than them, or they're salty about the fact that people only know who they are because of who their husband is. You know of that Indian comedian? Yeah, Akash Singh. I saw that, yeah. Sunday the 19th, Argentina wins the World Cup. Cool. I miss the old Wyatt. What are you talking about? Same old me, yeah? Lethal Nonsense. Thank you for becoming a channel member, man. Appreciate you. Doing a channel members video tomorrow morning. That's when this week's channel members video is going to drop. And then next week, we'll do the first members mailbag video. Be careful, Logan will see your comment about his P-star wife and sue you. Oh, jeez. What's good, Braden? You've convinced me to watch all the old UFC fights. Dude, I go back and watch the old Conor fights all the time. I use it as like my bedtime stories. I'll sit there and watch UFC 205 with a blanket wrapped around me, and I'm like, he was good. And then it helps me fall asleep knowing that what is today was not always the same version of McGregor. I'm just playing. Brendan Schaub is broke. That's what people be saying. How's Noah, yeah? You streaming the card tomorrow? Yes, sir. I really wonder what happened to GK. Is it GK or GK? Yeah, he hasn't posted in a while. Bro, where's the prediction vid for Saturday card? We do the predictions on stream today. This is the Friday breakdown. I will support Conor until the day he retires, then I'll support whatever he does next. He's the reason I love the sport. I hear you on that. He's still done some terrible things, but that's where I'm at too. Like punching an old guy in a bar. Have you been to any UFC event? Yeah, I've been to one. I went to UFC Seattle last year. Not the Adesanya Piper one this year, but Henry Cejudo Song Yadong last year. Did you see they announced Blachowicz versus Sterling? I think that Jan got that as long as the knee is good. Yeah, that's a big jump on short notice. Sad about ITP. What happened to ITP? He just hasn't been posting, right? Let me see. Well, he hasn't posted on the main channel in a while. Didn't he restart on the old channel? How long has it been since he posted? 4 months? Damn, bro. Damn, he hasn't posted in 4 months? That's crazy. Hold up. Damn. UFC Soyatl. Yeah, it was either that or go to the Islam Makhachev versus Moicano card. It was Makhachev Sarukian before the change, but that was way too expensive. I live in LA. It was cheaper for me to go to Seattle, even with hotel and flights. Wyatt talks about Conor like I used to talk about Silva back in the day. Yep. We deserved cocaine Conor, not this soft pussy faking the injury. Yeah, exactly. He faked it. Just playing. People act like Conor punched an elderly man. Man was 40. Something like that. Shane Hawkins, thanks for the 10 gold, the 10 jewels, yeah? The finest jewels. I think we all overrated Oban way too much, and I think we're giving Ko too much respect for that win. Yeah, Oban Elliott's not that good. Fight societies for the people, that's right. Bah, you gotta jab, roll, backhand. This is you bouncing. I learned that John Paul's dad helped train Royce Gracie and was one of the pioneers of the sport, and some of the techniques implemented today, such as foot stomps. Yeah, he's from my area. Him and Shane Collins and those dudes on that Cobra team, they're all from the same area as me. I've been hearing about John Paul since he was like 16 years old. I think he trained with McGregor, like when McGregor was like leading up to the Diaz fight or the Aldo fight. There was a time where Conor was in Hermosa Beach training, and John Paul was like 15, 16 years old, maybe younger, training with McGregor's team. I've been hearing about John Paul like for like 10 years now. Fuck it, are we still copping Mac Energy? Yeah, I ordered some on Amazon yesterday. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Look, look, look. See, look, hold up. Wait. Hold up. Almost doxed myself. Okay, there's nothing on the screen. Almost doxed myself, might be. But yeah, Mac Energy arriving today. Mac Energy arriving today. I got the orange dreamsicle. I'm coming around to your house now. And I double checked. I was like, oh shit, was my credit card number on there or something? No, it wasn't. Where's the shame? What do you oh, why? Because I watch it be mid-tasting too. I also ordered the Macberry Lychee, yeah. I know where you live. Watch your back, yeah? Culver City? Nah, I don't live in Culver City. Don't dox yourself. I almost did, dude. I almost did. There's a random photo out there with the whole Gracie family, Rafael Cordero, and me. Really? Wyatt moves next month anyway. True. That's true. I am moving. So you're on John Paul? Yeah, I'm on John Paul. I'm a mod for MMA experts and ITP. KZ, I knew you were a mod for MMA, but what's with for MMA experts? What's going on with ITP? Yeah, Macberry Lychee. Yeah. Speaking of Discords, oh yeah, Fight Society Discord. Let me write that down. I have a lot of work today. I'm going to try to get that one done. I might do it tomorrow morning. Save it and review for the next stream. Yeah, I'll review the Mac Energy live on stream. Wyatt, I'm going to drop you a DM about the pod appearance, so when you're done on here, give it a look and let me know. Yeah, let me peep. Let me peep! Are you staying in LA when you move? Yeah, I'm just moving to a different part of LA. I'm moving in with my gal. Izzy and DJ are a decent duo. Yeah, it's definitely less controversial than Guru being on there. Congratulations. Thank you, bro. West Hollywood? No, I'm not going to dox myself. What's it like in LA? I'm from a small town in Kentucky. I don't know. I've been to a few places now. I was just in Lincoln, Nebraska this week, or last week. I swear most places are not that different. I feel like most places are really not that different. Like in LA, everything's a lot more crammed. There's way more buildings and there's more people living on the street. And it's cleaner in Nebraska for sure. But aside from that, it's really like not that much different. I feel like everywhere has like little things like different fast food places and different little vibes about it. But still, like it's just like especially in LA, people are from all over the place. So maybe if I was from a small town and I went to LA, I'd be like, oh, whoa, it's way different here. But I went from LA. I did LA and LA. I live in LA, but I was in Phoenix and then I was in Nebraska last week as well. And all of them, I'm like, yeah, there's like small differences, but it's really not that big. Like everywhere else is like it's not that much different. People are still people. There's just like small, like little detail differences, you know? What's it like in LA? Oh, I just read that one. I don't live like in like downtown LA, so I don't live where like all the homeless are, but still, there's homeless around. When I went to Lincoln, Nebraska, I was like, whoa, there's no homeless at all. I saw zero trash on the street, at least from what I saw. Zero trash on the street and zero homeless. It fired me up. Fired me up. Where do you think Izzy goes and trains now? I saw somebody comment saying he should go train with Trevor Whitman. I like that. Small team, new environment. Gaethje's doing well late in his career. MMA Guru tells us on stream he's getting a 9 to 5 job. I think he's bored streaming and that dude's a little bit depressed. Man. I don't know. I doubt he's getting a 9 to 5. He definitely doesn't need that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Stay out of San Diego County. I was born in San Diego. West Hollywood is where the gays congregate. True. That is true. That is where they congregate. Wyatt, which media report do you represent when you go to these RAF and MMA events? Fight Society? I go as an independent media. I literally say, Wyatt, Fight Society. I think you could benefit at a gym like Extreme Couture or ATT. Possibly, yeah. But also in those big gyms like that, you're going to have young dudes that are going to try to take his head off in the gym. Because they're going to want to be like, oh, I fucking cracked Adesanya in sparring today. I think it's a better, more professional environment if he's at Onyx Labs with Trevor Whitman. The internet flattened culture, true. Have you been to Canada? No. I've been to Alaska, so I think technically I've flown over Canada, right? Iron Sack, what do you think? I'm going to dox my girlfriend on stream? Come on now. He's been getting the same looks in his gym for so long and same training, and also they don't know jiu-jitsu. Izzy should join the Jones and Gable bathhouse. True. He said he's working 2 days a week. Is he really? There's no way. There's no way. I mean, if he is, I mean, go for him. That's interesting. Man, I guess he just needed something other than YouTube. W. Wade violating HIPAA. We UFC fans don't give a fuck about federal prison, yeah? Yeah, that was a good stream. I watched a little bit of it. I included it in my video as well. What did you go to Alaska for? It was when I was playing baseball. It was for a summer league when I was playing college baseball. So I went during the summer where the sun's up 24 hours a day. It was actually pretty trippy. Olberg slept with Izzy's dog. Now they've broken up. Yep. Federal fucking prison. Guru is literally a millionaire. Guru can go live once. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly that. Onyx only has 2 UFC fighters. They have Faris Ziam. I think they have Chepe Mariscal. He might have left, though. I think we talked about him leaving for Syndicate. Do you think Askren coming back would be dangerous? It could be, obviously, given the whole lung transplant thing, but I don't think his doctors would have cleared him. At least he's not getting hit in the head. Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's like heavyweights, which might not be the best look for Izzy if he's fighting at 85. Like there's Team Elevation there too. Those guys cross train at Team Elevation where they spar with like Curtis Blades and shit. I've seen Dom Reyes there too. How was Anchorage? I was in Fairbanks, and it was actually pretty cool. I liked it a lot. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Did you fight commies in Anchorage? No, I played baseball against Alaskans. But let's talk about Conor McGregor. I know. I grew up in Fairbanks. Nice, dude. But here we have some of Conor McGregor's tweets today. Oh, shit. Where's my fucking screen share? One sec. Oops. Where's my screen share? Where are we at? What are we doing? Up is down, down is up, right is left, left is right. Here we go. All right, so McGregor took to Twitter today to respond to some fans. The first of which, about 5-6 hours ago, this is when all the tweets were. All right. Where do we start? Oh, no, he started deleting tweets. I felt fully calm and relaxed. It was going to the shop for my lunch being my opponent. This is what years of hard drugs does, McGregor, is what Master Bader says. He says, more nonsense. My hematocrit, I don't even know what the fuck that is. My hematocrit was 48%. My engine was primed and ready for the full duration without effort. I will delete these as I am not going back into getting into the back and forth and further annoying myself. I was primed, fit, healthy. My engine, my oxygen, my blood, my HR was never in better condition. Next time I'll give a little scream at the camera so the illusion of something else is there. I don't know. He just seemed cooked to me. He seemed cooked to me. I don't know, but Conor should sell cocaine, not energy drinks. True. Oh man. I don't think he's gonna crash out and like go rape somebody, but this whole thing right here, you know? The responding to random people on Twitter, that shows you that it's getting to him. He sees the social media talk and it's getting to him. The Conor we know is officially dead. Yeah, arguing with people in the comments other than like Khabib and shit, kind of. I don't know, man. I don't like this. He said he couldn't make a phone call in the cage. He was in no danger. Cocaine and the energy drinks. That's right. That's right. You on the drugs again? He says, I have not and will not take any mind-altering substances. I feel if the fight had went any different, favorably or otherwise, even if the fight got to take place at least, I may have cracked the seal on this and ended back in the cycle. However, it went the way it went, and I am awaiting my surgery and planning my recovery, so 0 mind-altering substances have entered my body whatsoever. More time under extreme discipline is required, and that is it. I find extreme discipline most enjoyable, so happy days. No, Bromo says, all this conspiracy around this loss is so gay. It's literally as simple as he was out 5 years on hard drugs and gear and he snapped his leg because he's 38 and his ligaments are cooked. That's why I said in my video yesterday, I was like, some things are that deep. Like there was very suspicious things about Isaac Dulgarian losing to Yadier Del Valle, for example. But people go, in the whole lead up, people like Joey, whoever, they go, Conor's cooked. He's been on drugs. He's out of the game, steroids, this, that, the other. He's going to lose, and he's going to look terrible. And then he went out there, looked bad, got injured in 5 seconds, and lost. And then they go, it was rigged. He lost on purpose. It's like, what do you mean? You were right the first time. You were literally right the first time. Everything that you said was going to happen, happened. I said Conor was going to look good, and he looked terrible. Egg on my face, bro. I'm the one that looked terrible. I'm the one that looked terrible because of the way the fight went, and then I'm the one that bounces back after going, yeah, you know what? I read this shit wrong. Conor is cooked. And then these guys, even when they're right, they go, no, it was a conspiracy. Me being correct was a conspiracy. Man. Conor is just laid up after knee surgery. He has nothing else to do besides be on his phone. It looks like he hasn't had the surgery yet, but I hear you. Remember, he said he was showing us his MRI results a few days ago? Yeah, he said he was going to show us yesterday. He said tomorrow. Or 2 days ago, he said tomorrow. We're overdue on that. Joey's entire career is rage bait nonsense. I know. Ugh. Smooth brain, low IQ human. And so are his fans. I did a video on some conspiracy theorists talking about the Conor fight. They think he's a shapeshifter. You're fucking lying. Is the video out or is it unreleased? Respect for you keeping it real. Thank you, bro. Conor needs to pull out a D. Yeah, they've already had 4 kids, you know? To be fair, there's hella questionable shit that happens now that betting is so prominent in the sport. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that every single thing has something to do with betting. One sec, I'm peeping No Bromo's video. But that doesn't mean everything has to do with betting. I saw Joey making accusations about me and the other YouTubers that took Kalshi deals. The most insane UFC conspiracy podcast I've ever seen. Conor and Dana are shapeshifters. Oh my God, I gotta watch that, dude. I'll watch it after the stream. I'll watch it. Actually, I'm going to the gym in like 2 hours. I'll watch it then. Oh yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you on that. Yeah. No, I know you're agreeing with me. I know. But people don't even know. Like how she just goes, yeah, just make sure you read the code. You can say whatever trade you want to tell your fans to make or use for an example, whether that's Conor winning, Conor losing, DDP winning, they have no say in that. They don't care. They just want us to have people see our promo code. So it's like Joey, who, by the way, has never had a brand reach out to him in his fucking life, thinks that he knows how things work just so that he can talk shit about people, and he doesn't really know anything at all. They say, yeah, just tell us a pick, make the ad. You can pick it. It doesn't matter at all. Make sure that you say the promo code. Kalshi probably never reached out to Joey. They want channels that get engaging. Exactly. You should say, guys, hi guys, my name's Wyatt and I'm a big gay sellout. How am I a sellout? How am I a sellout? If you trade on sports, if you wager on sports, then cool, I have a code for you. If you don't, it's got nothing to do with you. That's why I saw somebody in the comments saying, imagine grown-ass men crying about an ad they could skip over. True. Do you think Conor is connected to the Kinahan cartel? His sister's married to one of them. I'm joking. I've never heard of Kalshi. I got you. No, I'm just messing with you. No, Bromo. Hey, Wade Concept. What's up, bro? Good on you not falling into the conspiracy BS when it was easy view farming. Real one. Appreciate you, dude. Shout out to you. And good to you. Hey, the method was sketch, dog. Shout out to you, Wade Concept. The method was a little sketchy, but I appreciate the effort, dude. In the trenches, dude. In the trenches. And what's funny, Wade, is I was literally editing the video and I saw you were live talking about it. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta go back and record more. Yeah, good shit, dude. Arturo, what's up? I'd only ever call someone a sellout if they silence themselves for money. We got it done. That's right, dude. That's right. Crash out cocaine Colombia Conor era has begun. No, dude, it's a energy drink salesman that believes in God but still has a crazy like trucker mohawk or no, not trucker, hog rider mohawk, dude. Conor's an interesting dude. That's one thing I'll say is Conor is like imagine that dude being your dad, like being Conor Jr. right now. You're like 12 years old. And people are like, your dad's a rapist, your dad's a cocaine addict. And he just like blew out his knee in 5 seconds. And he's like, the Mac energy. And he's got a mohawk and shit. Imagine that household, bro. Wade versus Joey, who wins? Wade, for sure. What are you talking about? Joey's diabetes would act up on the ring walk, you know? The Alexander Hernandez fight was called off due to suspicious line movement, the Brady line movement. Yeah. There's line movement. That's weird. But McGregor was predicted to lose anyway. Like Kalshi, shout out to Kalshi, use code FS10. But Kalshi, they had him at like 30% to win. Sellout Society taking money from Israeli sports books. It's not a sports book, and they're actually Lebanese and Mexican. Wyatt, you rock. Appreciate the content. Appreciate it, dog. Keep reading his tweets. There's more. Oh, yeah. My bad. I forgot about the tweets. Do you think Conor would do some reality television thing like the Furies? Nah. All right, let's keep going with these tweets. Looked like you were having issues with your knee prior to the fight. Hope you heal up and get back out there and kick some arse. More nonsense. I had zero issue. The taking off of my shoe at Octagon side, a sweaty foot without a sock on, pulling off the shoe with the ball of my free foot. It was a brief disbalance even. Keep doing you, Conor. No need to entertain these poor incels. Recover, stay with God, return to the Octagon, and restock your Mac Energy variety pack on the TikTok shop. That's crazy glaze. You guys think that I dick ride Conor? That's crazy glazing. And they said, I do not consider these people questioning as incels nor haters. I consider them genuine people with genuine questions. It's why I am answering. It is a tough pill to swallow for me at this time. And for the next while, I am sure you could say the food I picked up while floating to the shop gave me food poisoning. Thank you. The Mac Energy will do. Thank you on the Mac Energy will do. Absolutely shameless glaze. True. Why does Conor delete these tweets like somebody or like nobody has saved them? That's what Conor does. He tweets up a storm and then deletes all of them. And like everybody saw those. You guys remember? Oh my God, guys. Hold on. Let me find it. There's a fucking crazy Conor tweet that I came across. I totally forgot about how wild some of Conor's tweets were back in the day. Hold on. Let me see. I saved a tweet of Conor tweeting some wild ass shit. Hold on. Oh, here it is. You guys remember when Conor was tweeting shit like this? 15 minutes I'd done all. You know this is him talking into the phone while he's drunk. 15 minutes I've done Aldo. 15 seconds. Show your wife. Show your kids. Cousin fucking motherfucking hiding motherfucker. Show us you and your cousin kids together because we have kids here in Ireland that want to smoke them in competition. Are they competing or what are you saying? Ireland versus Dagestan. Where's your offspring? We can't wait to see them. The best of Dagestan's offspring. Dagestan, what do we think? Is this true? Who's the next? Because Fatso with the coach whistle won't fight. Who the fuck designed this fat bitch or designated this fat bitch as master father? Certainly not his own father, Abdul Manap, and they all know it in Dagestan. Dagestan thinks you are pussy lips for retiring. Real Dagestan is forever. You are laughed at behind your back in Dagestan. Lazy you are, they say. Fight me and make $100 million and give it to the entire village, but you won't. Why? Fat, lazy, scared bitch, lazy, fatso. Man. Yeah, so to your point about Conor deleting tweets, they're getting screenshotted, you know? All right, back to those Conor tweets. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Conor should come to his last fight wasted and zooted on blow. True. Him saying Twitter commenters aren't incel, he's cooked for sure. Exactly. Exactly. Crazy glazing Wyatt. Where's the Warrior Salt? Need a shameless plug. The Warrior Salt's right here. Warrior Salt's right there, baby. Use code Wyatt at checkout. But also a fellow Warrior Salt, I guess I'm a creator for them, but athlete Ezra Elliott makes his UFC debut this weekend at UFC Oklahoma City. He's one of Sean O'Malley's teammates. I think he missed weight. Let me look. Did he miss weight? Did he miss weight or did he make it? I saw reports of him missing weight. Man, I saw Conor call a Muslim dude carpet licker. That's wild. How much would it take for you to take a Tel Aviv? A lot. We fighting Joey fans? I want to box today. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Bad timing. You're the man for getting info about MMA, but predicting who's going to win is a hard pass. What do you mean? I have good picks, bro. I went 9-5 on the Conor card. Why? Did you see that Shea is going to spar and fuck up Patty? I saw that they're talking shit to each other, yeah. Ezra Elliott being an underdog is free money. Agreed. Aaron, what's up, dog? Do you want more from Conor McGregor? Nah, I'm good. I'm good on it. He's going to come back for sure, but I'm good on it. We want you to go with Che and film him knocking out Patty. I'll DM him. I was on the Conor train until I realized he's still on drugs. Yay. Whether it's that or just pure delusion. But he says, maybe start with a normal punch next time. No Bruce Lee flying kicks. And Conor says, I could have walked into the center of that octagon and taken a phone call. There was zero forward attack coming at me, nor was there going to be next time. And then another comment right here. We have a few more to get through. How come you fought with a torn ACL in the first fight and couldn't in this one? How did you throw the exact same kick after tearing your ACL? The first fight was midway through the second round, and we were positioned on the canvas where there was no weight bearing necessary. It was also the left leg, which is my back leg in fighting stance. When you move, or when you strike, you move onto your lead leg, so the effect was less. I was able to strike sufficiently and enter a takedown. This one was on my lead leg, the right leg. Every movement was affected. It was also not me who was calling for the fight to be waived. No way Conor's on drugs. He said he is on a higher power and locked in. And impossible he's getting high. Shay said he needs a cameraman. Now is your time. I'll hit him up. What is he is he talking about it on his YouTube or is he talking about it on let me see. Oh, it's on his IG story. Let me see. We'll check it in a sec. I hope John Jones doesn't come back, and if he does, I hope he gets slept. I don't think he's coming back. Wyatt, when you go to Krispy Kreme, do you ask for the Conor glaze? Yeah. I'm like, give it to me, McGregor style. They're like, what are you talking about? I said, glaze dripping off of it, still warm. He says, would you like your last fight to be Chandler or Poirier? If not, is there anyone else? Also, heal up well. Let us know about the extent of your injury when you can. He says, it has to be Holloway. Someone says, you're loved. I love you too. If it wasn't injured, it was a ridiculous attempt of full sprint, jumping roundhouse kick that was never going to work and could and did lead to injury. Lesson learned, we hope. Conor says, a foot too early for sure. Never going to work. I disagree. The eagerness and rush out of the gate is what 5 years out of the game will do. Noted and corrected. I'll get it right. I'm getting closer. That is my mindset. He goes, all right, we'll get the next one. I promise. Oh, Conor, dude. Just please move on. I'm good. Chase streamed earlier and said if he goes to the UK to do this, he needs a cameraman. You're both in Cali, so honestly, the collab and teamwork makes sense. Let me DM him. We follow each other. We've never talked before, but we follow each other. think he's in SoCal. I think we're actually pretty close to each other. Because the gym that he posts about, that he trains at, let me see where that is. What's it called? American Gym Boxing. Oh, here it is. Costa Mesa. Oh, yeah. Me and Che are an hour apart. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm going to DM him. He trains at Pantheon. Oh, okay. Let me see where that is. Hey, Promethazine, I'll get back to you. I have a cameraman for this weekend. I appreciate you reaching out, though. Thank you, dude. Pantheon. Yeah, Costa Mesa. Okay, yeah, me and him are an hour apart. Promethazine, I'll hit you back on IG. I saw your DM a little bit ago when I looked at my requests. Che is pretty lame, though. He picks BSD to win, and then when he loses, he starts to cope about Patty not showing anything. Yeah, you can't. That's one thing you can't do. Is cope about wrong picks. Just take it on the chin and keep it pushing. It's not that serious, you know? Wyatt, do you get more promotion if you're on the main card of a numbered event or headlining an arena fight night? It depends on what the numbered card is. If you're on a McGregor card, that's probably the best possible scenario. Or the White House card, for example. That you're definitely getting more, like, for example, O'Malley being on the main card of the White House got him a lot more at, like, if they did Zahabi O'Malley as like a Phoenix fight night main event, it wouldn't have been as big. He's trying to gaslight. Hell yeah, bro. Just thought I'd offer just in case. I appreciate it, dude. If I need it sometime in the future, I'll hit you up. But I'll see you there, though. I'll see you there, big dog. Did you see D's face? Yeah, I mentioned something about it in my video. I was like, damn, dude, she looks like a different person. Because what it is, in my opinion, is Conor cheated so many times. She's tried to, like, change. She's like, something must be wrong with me if he wants to fuck other women. You know? And then she's like, oh, do I got to do this? Do I got to go BBL, boob job, facelift, whatever it is? Yeah. Yeah, forget the years of aging that Conor's put on himself with drug use. Think about the stress he's put on D. All the creators I speak to are in a completely different country. You gotta come to the land of the free, brother. You gotta come to the land of the free. Wyatt, when are you going to elaborate on the Saturday card? Oh, DDP and Usman? We'll get to that. Let me see. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, we got Uzdemir EPO. Yeah, we'll talk about DDP and Usman in probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Land of the Jays. I mean, where you're in the UK, that's like India now, right? You're in land of the Pakistanis. Sorry. He don't cheat because of her looks. It's for the love of the game. No, I know, but I'm telling you, that's probably how she interpreted that shit. She's like, well, if he's fucking other women, there must be something wrong. I'm not saying he thinks that. He's definitely just doing it to get his reps in, love of the game. Seen too many YouTubers make horrible lightweight matchups. Justin versus Charles, Ilya versus Armin, Holloway versus Hoofy, Pimblett. Pimblett Moicano is not what we really need. What are you talking about? Pimblett went the distance with the champ and Gaethje had to cheat and he just did BSD bad in 55 seconds. What do you mean Moicano? Moicano just lost to Beneil Dariush. What are you talking about? Are you rage baiting me with that shit? Both got wins over BSD. Yeah, and what's fucking Moicano's what's Moicano been doing? Are you rage baiting me right now? That's such a bad take. Lost to Makhachev, lost to Dariush, and then subbed Chris Duncan, who's unranked, and now he deserves top 5 Paddy Pimblett. He lost back-to-back fights, and then subs Chris Duncan in the Apex, who was unranked, and he deserves a top 5 fight now. Crazy, brother. Crazy. What the fuck has Pimblett done besides BSD? He beat a top 5 guy in a minute. The Moicano Patty thing should have happened a year and a half ago. Man. Call it Britistan. True. Give me Ilya Patty, Justin Arman, and never bore my bollocks again mentioning McGregor. I dig it. And Moicano dominated that guy, and Patty put him to sleep in a minute. He did absolutely nothing. Hold up. Gaethje doesn't cheat. He had problems with his eyes and used his hands to hit their face. He had surgery to correct. What are you talking about? What? What do you mean? He throws his fucking jabs with his thumb out. Ilya will just slump Patty. Ilya versus Arman. I like Ilya versus Arman. That's a fun fight. Good Goy told me he's trolling in the DMs. Had a feeling. And Charles deserve another title shot more than that inactive bitch. I do agree with that. Charles does deserve the title shot more than Arman, though. Yes, from habit, he don't need to cheat. What are you talking about? What do you mean, lad? Charlie DuBronx. Where's your head? Where's your head? All right, let's get into the fights, gang. Let's talk about some picks. One sec. All right, here we go. UFC Fight Night. Let me rearrange my screen a little bit, lad. It's going to be bad. Wyatt, think next for Patty will be Moicano or winner of Sal killed Gamrot. I think they're going to, it's Patty Pimblett, dude. They're going to give him a massive fight. They're going to give him Holloway, something like that. Gaethje rematch. No, I'm just playing. Let's hear your picks. We're here now, dog. We're here. Pushy ass fools. The picks are always the last thing I do. You guys want me to rush to the picks and then finish the stream in 10 minutes? No. All right, here we go. Boom. Marty from Nebraska's greatest opponent is getting up out of his rocking chair with only an hour's warning. Arman was just diagnosed with testing Sarukian face. He's going to be out for a while. What is it? All right. First fight of the night, UFC Oklahoma City. We have... Wait, did they miss weight? Did we get a weight miss? Yeah, Ezra Elliott missed by 1.5 pounds. So first fight, we got Ezra Elliott, trains at MMA Lab and trains at Red Hawk Academy in Arizona. This guy is good. I'm telling you guys, very good. Just went pro in 2024. And he's already got 7 pro wins, looking for his 8th. And we look through here. Finish. 7 wins, 7 finishes, 1 or 2 KOs, 2 by submission. This guy's good. He's going up against Damian Anderson, who's 29, 3 years older. And he has a lot of grappling competition. He grappled Andrew Tackett, who is a UFC BJJ champ now. He grappled Isaac Thompson, who's a UFC fighter now. And now he goes up against Ezra Elliott. But only 4-0 is a career. The reach not listed. I'm definitely going with Ezra Elliott, and I think I'm going by sub. That tends to be Ezra Elliott's bread and butter, yeah? Anderson, a last-minute addition. Yeah, so is Ezra Elliott. He just got the call on Sunday. They both got the call on, like, Saturday or Sunday of last week. Yeah, Ezra's one of O'Malley's boys. He trains at MMA Lab, but he also trains at Red Hawk Academy, I believe. And they both of these guys got the call on, like, Sunday. But Ezra Elliott, dude, I'm telling you, this is a talented fighter here, bro. This is a very talented up-and-comer. And you see, people talk about Tim Welch not being a good coach. Because, all he had was O'Malley. All he has was O'Malley. But now we have Tommy McMillan, who's also on the card. And we have Ezra Elliott. He's starting to build a little roster of fighters on the UFC roster. So you can't just sit around and say Tim Welch is, I was thinking of Ezra Elliott right here, that Tim Welch is not a good coach because O'Malley was his only successful fighter. He's got 3 guys in the UFC now. Damian is the B team guy. Damian's an elite grappler. I don't know if Ezra can take this. Maybe we see a decision. I don't know. I think Ezra Elliott is crazy talented, man. Let's look at the matchup here, though. Stats. Oh, no stats. All right, here we go. No arm reach for Anderson. Hate that. But he's a grappler. They're probably close to the same size. Anderson minus 120. Okay. Who fought more recently? Damian Anderson Ezra Elliott fought in May. Damian Anderson has not fought. He fought in February, so both active. A lot of grappling, though. Where are the MMA fights, huh? Okay, 2, 3, 4 here. Okay. I don't know, man. I've seen Ezra Elliott. I'm familiar with him. He's nasty. Ezra was 135-3 in high school here wrestling in Illinois, and he walks around 30 pounds heavier. There we go. There's my pick. I'm going to Ezra Elliott sub. Ezra Elliott round 2 sub it is. ATL Jackson, what's up, dude? Treated myself to a sub. Oh, the channel membership, yeah. Was going crazy on the videos last night. I'm so hyped I got it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that a lot. I'm dropping a new members video because I do one members video per week. Sometimes I'll throw a second one up there, but the members video for this week's going to drop tomorrow morning. And then we'll do a fight companion after that for the OKC card. Raise your hand. All right. Now, Tapology and Verdict have these fights out of order. Let's figure this out. All right. Dione Barbosa against Anna Milesano. Heavy underdog here, Milesano. Let me move this Verdict right here. Heavy underdog, plus 475 for Anna Milesano. Now, I wonder if this is a last-minute replacement. Let's see. Yeah, Veronica Hardy was supposed to be on this card. And so Milesano, she got this call. She's 29, fighting out of Birmingham, Alabama, out of Spartan Fitness. I feel like I've seen other pro fighters train out of Spartan Fitness. Oh, Eric Anders. Okay. Who else? I know I've seen this gym on Instagram before. That's it? Eric Anders? I feel like there's more guys that are UFC level. Omar Johnson? Where's this guy? He hasn't fought in a while. Am I wrong? I feel like, oh, he fought in Bellator? I don't know who that guy is. Eric Anders, all right. Low-key, just a penny pincher, and my girl is against spending money on free things, but this is something I had to get from here on out, especially with the call videos coming up. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I see some fucking YouTubers have like $25, $30 memberships. I try to keep it low. I'd rather have more people have access to it. I'd rather have more people I'd rather have more people join and it's cheaper, you know? Is this Kevin Holland right here? What the fuck? Anna Bandana. She's from this current season's Ultimate Fighter. She lost, but she's tough. Barbosa all day. Has she already been eliminated, or is it an unreleased episode? I haven't watched any of Tough. She's doing the UFC a favor. She's been the sweetheart of this season. Oh, okay. Is she already eliminated on the show, or is it unreleased that she's eliminated? Thoughts on Patty being related to Palm Beach Pete? Confirmed. Confirmed. Okay, short notice. Lost on the Ultimate Fighter. Let's see. Melissa Gatto. She lost like episode 1. Oh, okay. Melissa Gatto, Deanna Belbita. She's active. 3 times in 25. This is her 3rd time in 26. Oh, no, sorry. 2nd time in 26. Yeah, just that's a lot of UFC level competition. And Anna Melisano, obviously not. I'm going to go with Dione Barbosa with the classic, vintage 29-28 decision. It's WMMA. What do you know? 29-28 decision. Nope, not knockout. There we go. It's women's MMA. Flip a coin. Yeah, it's like flip a coin, 29-28 decision. Keep it pushing. Now, here on the prelims, we have Alvin Hines, who I believe is coming off of a steroid suspension. And he's fighting RJ Harris. Now, these are some corn-fed white boys right there. Some corn-fed, block-headed white boys. From Grand Rapids, Michigan, or Minnesota. All right, I thought Grand Rapids was in Michigan, but Grand Rapids, Minnesota, and Zanesville, Ohio. We have a 4-inch reach advantage and 4-inch height advantage, 8-inch, why even acknowledge it? 4-inch height advantage, 6-inch reach advantage for RJ Harris. And you see right here, he's coming off of LFA. Most recent fight, LFA 231, standing guillotine. He only has 1 decision in his pro career. Had a nice, had a nice, healthy amount of amateur bouts. I like that. 27 years old. He's my age. Sprawlin' and Brawlin' MMA is a banger name, dude. Alvin Hines popped for PEDs, and he's a lot older because this guy's 27. Isn't Alvin Hines like 38? He's 34, popped for PEDs. Oh, man. Ranked number 36 out of 41 at heavyweight. He lost to Jonata Denise. Sat out a year because of the suspension. And now here we are against RJ Harris, man. What? Has he beat anybody good? 4-1. Okay. 1-3. That's heavyweight MMA for you. He beats, Shane Asplund. I thought that was Steven Asplund. I was like, what the fuck? He beat Steven Asplund as an amateur, but no, he beat him. This dude had a 2011 amateur fight and then took 10 years away from the fighting game and then came back. How about that? This is just Harris clan initiation. Yeah, but Alvin Hines, old. I know he's the slight favorite, but I got to go with the younger guy who's taller with a longer reach, who's undefeated. I know it's heavyweight MMA, swinging and banging. Anything can happen. I'm going to go with, well, let's see. How does Alvin Hines tend to get things done? Let's see. Decision. Okay, so he's durable. He has a lot of finishes himself. RJ Harris. Sub, decision. Sub, TKO. Let's go with, we're going to go RJ Harris by the decision. That's what we're going to go with. Money not the sport, you suck, dude. That women's fight isn't a coin flip either. Real fans know those fighters. Your fans are such idiots. Oh, MMA Joey fan in the chat. Oh, my God. It's... It's sports entertainment, dude. Money's the entire thing. It's okay, though. You can cope, defend whoever you want to defend, but it's sports entertainment. Money is the entire sport. Broadcasting rights, sponsors. Don't confuse professional sports for actual, like, straight-up competitive sports, all right? Money is the entire thing. That's why when McGregor's coming back, it comes down to his paycheck. Man, imagine being an MMA Joey fan. Corey Wright is MMA Joey's alt account. Yeah. Just beta chuds coming over here. You suck, man. Hey. You suck, dude. LOL. Okay, bud. Real women, real fans are real locked in on Deone Barbosa versus Anna Melisano. Hey, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Simply telling you that you're a casual. I'm not. That's okay. That's okay. You can have, and also casual is like the fucking gayest thing to throw around. In 2026, you're throwing around casual like a fucking bum, man, yeah? Go look at my picks. I went 9-5 on the last card, brother. MMA Joey is an overweight crybaby who's never trained a day in his life. Why would I listen to him? Exactly. Calling yourself a real fan because you LARP as a WMMA Glazer is the funniest shit ever. A castrated male like yourself can never be a real fan. Ah, my man. My man. Anyways, back to verdict. RJ Harris by decision. It's going to be a sloppy fight. Oops. Sloppy fight. Low-level prelim MMA. Alvin Hines coming off of a suspension. You got 41 heavyweights on the UFC roster, and realistically, only like 20 of them are even slightly good enough to be UFC fighters. Most UFC fighters are not good enough to be UFC fighters. There's like 900 on the roster, and there should be like 500. I was starting to lean into WMMA content, but I guess that would make me gay. Do whatever you got to do, man. It's all good. If he's such a casual and terrible influencer, then why do you keep typing and watching the live? True. Thank you. I appreciate the backup from you guys, too. There you go. All righty. What, he's going to tell me Juliana Pena's the best fighter on the planet now? They have less power and athleticism, man, so it's actually even more about the technique. I'm not trying to be a dick about it, man, but... All right, we move up the card to Alden Correa against Stuart Nickel. Liking men is less gay than women's MMA. All right, but we got Alden Correa against Stuart Nickel. I think Alden Correa is nasty, dude. He just fought, I think, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I think it was on the Houston card with Hernandez and Strickland. Let's see. No, he fought after that, too. Yeah, February 22. Yeah, it was the Strickland-Hernandez card. So, yeah, he hasn't fought since then. Luis Gurriel's not necessarily the best, but I do like the win over Alessandro Costa because Alessandro Costa is not like some big high-level guy that's going to be a UFC champion, but he just went out there and subbed Cody Durden. And since this loss, he TKO'd Stuart Nickel, who is who Alden Correa is fighting, and then beat Matt Schnell and subbed Cody Durden. So he beats the guys he's supposed to beat. He's not going to be a high-level, like, top 5 guy, Alessandro Costa, but he is a decent float around the rankings, 10 to 15 range journeyman at lightweight. Luis Gurriel, what? Because I mispronounced his name? I went to school with a #1 pick WNBA superstar. I'm shaped like DC. I'm just as good. Nice. Gurriel, or what? Gurrelli? Is that how you say it? Whatever. But regardless, Stuart Nickel in the UFC, 3-fight losing streak, actually doesn't have a UFC win. Lost to Jesus Aguilar, Lucas Roca, and then Alessandro Costa. Man, I got to go with Correa TKO in this fight. 5 KO wins, 4 submission wins. Been finished once in his career, 12-3. Last loss was all the way back in Fury. hella fights ago. Decision, rear naked choke early on in his career. Yeah, I'm going to go Coria. Let me see. This guy's really finishable, though, no? Sub, decision, TKO. I'm going to go decision. If you don't say his name properly, it's going to be bad. Garule. Oh, come on, bro. Garule. Hey, you know what's super soy? Is correcting another man about the pronunciation of someone else's name, you know? If somebody said MacGregor instead of McGregor, I wouldn't correct them on it. It's all good, though. 4 for 4 so far. It's going to be bad. Where are my picks? We're going Coria. Oops. Coria decision. I feel like I picked too many decisions. That's like my go-to pick most of the time is a decision for the method. Like I had so many decision picks for that McGregor card, and there were so many finishes. I would correct them. Nah, I'd let it slide. It's gay. All right. Are you gonna address Bobby Green as King Green? Oh shit. Yeah, how should I address Bobby Green when I meet him this weekend? Should I be Yo King? Yeah, my king. Pleasure to meet you, dude. But your medium? Yeah, Bobby Green. I mean, I might not meet him, but he's hosting the 559 Fights event that I'm going to on Sunday. But then here we have another heavyweight fight. Felipe Franco against Levi Rodriguez. Levi. Gonna try to spar him? Nah, dude. I'll be like, hey, show me how you got so good at bottom escapes. Wyatt, try to pronounce Akon's real name. Aliune Damala Buga Time. No. This is not his real name, is it? I'm about to. No. Hold on. I can't read that out loud. I don't know if I'm about to say a slur. Hold on. Oh shit! You weren't lying. All right. Okay. Let me read it again. I thought you were walking me into a slur. Alione, Damala, Buga, Time, Peru, Naka, Lululu, Badara, Akon, Thiam. I think I got it, dude. No King. Just asked him for an interview for the Fight Society. I got you. He's like, what's up, guys? Gonna try to spar him? No. My Lord Green. Yeah, your grace. Your Highness Green. It's gonna be bad. Okay, but Felipe Franco coming off a loss to Mario Pinto back in March of this year, and that was his UFC debut. He did have a fight that he lost on Contender Series 2. Oh my God, he's a scrub. But I'm pretty sure Levi Rodriguez just came off of a suspension, no? Didn't this get overturned? I swear it got overturned for a failed drug test. Rodriguez tested positive for nandrolone metabolites. Are you kidding me, bro? What are these fools? These fools just be taking anything, bro. No, Bromo, you know more about this shit than me. What is that? Call him Wody. Just call him Mr. Green. That is not the name of a real village. You're lying to me. Marab and Aljo live right next to me. What are they live together? They live together? What, Marab just third wheels in the same house with Aljo and his wife? So Levi Rodriguez, 5-0, 29 years old, so he's a little bit older. Doesn't he have a dumpy-ass build? How are you on steroids with that build? It's not a terrible build, See his IG. What is this build, bro? He still has his socks on, too. What is this, dude? Dumpy ass fool. With fucking no-show socks on. What are we doing here, man? I know he's good. Yeah, that Vidal guy is horrendous, but look at this fucking build. How are you on steroids with this build? But he was on steroids, you know what I'm saying? 6 foot heavyweight, I hate that a little bit, not gonna lie. He's the slight favorite. Freddie Vidal beat Felipe Franco. Yeah. And he missed weight. Yeah. We're going to go Rodriguez. TKO round 2. He makes loves. 29 being old. No. I just mean like old for just getting into the UFC and being 5-0. Rodriguez is genuinely really good. That other guy got finished by Vidal on Contender Series. Vidal is horrendous. Getting finished by him is tough to do. Yeah, we're going to go Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Where are my picks? Hold on. There we go. Rodriguez. And we're going to go round 2 TKO, huh? Oh, that actually is the name of the village? Okay. Landfair. Okay, that's a bunch of nonsense. That's a bunch of nothing. Landfair, Puiglin, Goguri, Chindrobe, Willinty, Celio, Gogagok. I think I got it. Bro using Verdict in the Big 26. Verdict's fun, bro. What are you talking about? We got Tapology right here. We got Verdict. We got the whole thing. Levi looks soft, especially for being on steroids, but we've seen that. Some guys on steroids have that sneaky, like, powerlifter build where they look like shit, but they're strong as fuck. But we got John Paul Labaznoyani against Suk Yonko. Wyatt is Welsh confirmed. A little bit. Verdict completely screwed up their app and site. Really? I don't mind it. It's mostly just so I can keep track of my picks and come back to them for videos. Wyatt is following Conor too much. What do you mean? It's the name of an app, dog. JP is a stud. Gene did is going to be bad. I saw that at weigh-ins, dude. Unk maxing, earlier late 30s, dude, mid 20s. Relax. I'm going to crash out. I get called Unk one more time, the stream's over. I'm just playing. But John Paul Labaznoyani, 1-0 in the UFC. He beat Phil Rowe by split decision. He beat Jack Kongdong. Kongdong! That doesn't sound like a white man's name, but it is, funny enough. And he beat him on Contender Series to earn his contract. And then the Korean Tyson, 2-0 in the UFC, also beat Phil Rowe, beat Oban Elliott. Okay, the Phil Rowe we'll call kind of even because they both beat him, but Oban Elliott, I think, is overrated, dog. And I think didn't he move up? Isn't his next fight at 185? Am I wrong about that? No, it's at 170. Okay. I thought he moved up to 85 for some reason. What's up, Marvin G. Games? Saw that you're going to 559. Will there be any content from that? Yeah, we're doing a vlog. Yes, sir. We're doing a vlog. Thoughts on Tommy McMillan? I like him. That Adesanya playing with his dog bit. Day 401 of asking Wyatt to deliver the Lust Issues hoodie because apparently he's fighting Imavov September in Paris. Oh, we'll have it out before then. The samples take a long ass time to get here, bro. I ordered samples of the hoodie because I can't sell them to you guys. I can't sell them to you guys if I haven't gotten my hands on them and made sure they're not bullshit. You dig? I can't just be like, oh, never seen these, never touched them. Let me sell you guys them. Who gains the most aura after they win tomorrow? Probably DDP. DDP getting a win after that Hamzat performance would be a huge bounce back. What's up, Wyatt? I'm late to the stream today. Did I miss the Holloway simp allegations breakdown? No Bromo did that, though. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the stream. It's embarrassing. Wyatt, how would you characterize your MMA game? Diverse, well-rounded, unstoppable. That's what I think. Quality sweaters are worth the wait. I'm buying 3 for my girl. Hell yeah, bro. Wyatt, you doing play-by-play tomorrow night? Yeah, I'm doing the UFC OKC card tomorrow, yeah. Your grappling 0, brother. No, my grappling's good, dog. You just wait until I have an MMA fight against another YouTuber for like brand risk or something. I'll be whipping it all out. Showtime kicks off the cage. McGregor blowing out his knee, jumping roundhouse kicks, rolling thunder kicks. No Bromo, I'll see you in a little bit, dog. Ba-bow. Nothing is more dangerous to your image than your wife in front of a microphone, dude. Pfft. True. Let's wrestle, yeah? Whipping it all out. Massive pause on that. That's right. Sound like Gable with the unstoppable. Let me tell you about non-consent Gable, huh? Loophole Gable Stevenson, huh? If you let your guard down for a second, he's going to slip a right hand right through that loophole and get you. He's going to get you, huh? So basically, Max's lady admitted she is just a gold digger. It's kind of basically what happened. They had this one cut to Max Holloway. She's like, I fell for the trap. And then they go, right? She goes, right, love? And they cut to Max Holloway, and he's in like a dimly lit corner of the room looking confused. And he's like, huh? I was like, oh, no, Max, bro. They got you looking Ed out here, bro. The Instagram comment or picture comment is the best new feature. True. No Tappy Tappy. Did you guys see that Larry Wheels filmed with Tappy Tappy or streamed with Tappy Tappy? Damn, 78% of people on Tapology picking Sook Young Ko. See, he's gotten TKO'd twice before. A lot of decision wins. Last 3 wins are decisions. Before that, in AFC, round 1, round 2, round 2, round 1. A lot of there's like almost no in between. There's like one right here, but a lot of it is either decision or early finish. And then here we got TKO decision sub, TKO decision. TKO'd back here. Let's see. Let's look at this matchup again. Who you got in the main event? I'm going DDP. Do you think there's a possibility Conor comes back? I think he will come back. I don't necessarily want him to, but I think he will. I think because she was a popular Hawaii surfer, she probably thought Max was an unserious guy, but then found out that he's also a high-level athlete. Interesting, okay. Ko is such a cool guy. Afraid he's going to get pieced up, though. I like JPL as well, but Ko is just so damn cool. Yeah, he is. He's really nasty, but let's see the matchup. Okay, same height and reach, all right? Sook Young Ko, who has he lost to? He got knocked out by a guy with the same height and reach. He got knocked. I know these are a long time ago. And then he got knocked out with a guy with the same height and reach, okay? That guy looks steroided to the fucking gills, though. 37 years old with those abs. That guy's steroided to the fucking gills. And then this guy, this was back in 21. He got knocked out by a guy that was 13-9. That was supposed to be a gimme fight. Let's see where John Paul has struggled. Let's see. Jacoby Jones, TKO loss. Let's see. Fights at 155 now, and he's shorter. Okay, so he was lighter man skill a little bit. Before that, Spike Carlisle beat him. And Spike Carlisle fighting out of San Diego, welterweight. 5'8". Okay, so these guys are all about the same size. Okay. She dated a pro Brazo, I don't know what that means, but pro Brazo surfer for years before Max. Shows she wasn't responding to DMs when in a relationship. There you go. Oh, Brazilian surfer. That's what that means. I gotta, I'm going John Paul Laboisniani. I gotta back the boy, I'm gonna go decision. I think it's gonna be a tricky fight for both guys. At least she isn't as bad as Ian Gary's wife. Oh no, we're talking two different leagues of scandals there. Max Holloway's is kind of minor. The Ian Gary shit? Oh my god, dude. I'm pretty sure she owns half of the business that's in his name as well. This is the wrong card. No, this is the right card. All right, one last fight on the main card is Austin Bashi and Jose Delgado. Almost near odds. Young, dude. Damn. Austin Bashi, 24. It's a little young. It's a little young for the featherweight division. These guys are really good at featherweight. Jose Delgado's got an okay UFC resume, too. He lost to Nathaniel Wood. Missed weight. And that fight could have gone his way. And aside from that, TKO, Hyder Emil, Connor Matthews, and decision Andre Feely. He could have won this fight against Nathaniel Wood as well. Austin Bashi in the UFC, 1-1, lost to C-Rod, and then beat John Giannis. But John Giannis is not crazy high level. I hate to say it. Lost to Marcus McGee. That was on short notice, though, I believe. Yeah, I got to go Jose Delgado. I'm definitely leaning towards Delgado. But let's look at his normal, how he wins. Let's see. 6 KOs, 4 subs, 1 decision. Okay, he's a finisher for sure. He's a finisher for sure. Austin Bashi, on the other hand, has not been finished. 1 loss by decision. Okay. 24 years old. A little bit less UFC experience. He was scheduled to fight Tommy McMillan on Contender Series. How about that? It's crazy to see the fights that almost took place. It's crazy to see the fights that almost took place. Some of these guys are... there was one other crazy matchup I saw on the regional scene before guys got to the UFC. But anyways, I'm going to go with Jose Delgado, and I'm going to go by decision. Bashi has proven himself to be a pretty hard guy to finish. But I do like JMD instead of JDM, JMD. Jose Miguel Delgado by decision. That's what I'm going with for the final prelim on the card, all right? I get it, and I think surfers make pretty good money on a high level, and she was that. I think she wanted someone with ambition. Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as, we thought it was going to be, With the Max thing. People are like, oh, Max, he's a simp. I saw Bromo's video. It was good. But that might be a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but I understand. I don't know, man. Ugh. The intelligence of N-words who think Drake bets with real money disgust me. I kind of know how that shit works. It's kind of a gray area answer for stake. It's a little bit of a gray area from what I've heard. He demanded a no contest. What happened? He blew out his knee, bro. He's cooked. If you're still in here trying to clown me about Conor, you have not seen any of my videos since the fight ended. I'm good, dog. He's cooked. He's cooked. Untamed Pastina. What happened with Conor? He is beyond cooked, bro. Olive Garden announces customers must show photo ID to use its never-ending pasta pass, but no ID to vote. Leave it to Joey to find some sort of way to do verbal jujitsu and explain that. Bro, almost everyone is in South Africa knows who DDP is, and that's a whole country. Compare that to a small island. They advertise him 100% a lot there. True. There's nothing gray about it. I worked there. Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, good goy MMA. You can't just trust what a random guy says behind an anonymous username, dog. All right, Tommy McMillan going up against Alberto Montez to open up the main card. There was main card right here. McMillan and Montez. Now, I do like McMillan in this fight. I think he has a high ceiling. Okay, not everybody in the world knows MMA, even my friend who's 19. So what are you talking about? What do you mean? What are you saying? What are you saying, huh? MMA Joey brings 2 IDs for all he can eat pasta night. He's like, I got my passport and my driver's license. Is this good enough? Because I really need to get in here. All right, slight favorite, Tommy McMillan. I believe this is UFC fight number 2. He beat David Magoyan, which was a sick fight on Contender Series, and then he TKO'd Manolo Zucchini in the first round. Yeah, actually, yes, he was supposed to fight Austin Bashi. We just talked about that in a minute ago. Or in the Contender Series a minute ago. We just talked about that. Good point, but whatever you say, it's true. I know the truth behind it. It's just not really my place to talk on it. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, I know, because I don't necessarily know. But Alberto Montez, 1-0 in the UFC. He subbed Ricky Tercios back in March. Contender Series before that. Combate Global before that. He's had some good competition. Let's see. Fighting 10-4, 6-2, 5-1. See, this is better than Khabib's record, 8-2. And here early on, you're fighting guys with, your 3-0, 0-0, 3-0, 1-1. That's a little bit sus. 4-0 against 0-0, 5-0 against 2-2. But for the most part, pretty good competition. Took an L on the regional scene. Whereas you see like Khabib was 13-0 fighting guys that were like 2-9. Mormon, what's up, dude? No contest is crazy. Yes, of course it's crazy. Don't you think McGregor... Now you're just going the other way, bro. It's a TKO. If he didn't lose that fight, that means Tom Aspinall shouldn't have a TKO loss against Curtis Blades. Well, let's see who Tommy McMillan fought on the regional scene. 8-5. Ooh, talk about a jobber, bro. Kerry Latimer, 14. Holy shit, bro. How has this guy not been flagged? Holy shit, he hasn't won a fight. These are fixed fights. Oh my God. He hasn't won a fight since 2019. He was 13-21, 14-21. Now, what the fuck's going on? I have to save this link. I have a video I'm planning about like crazy stuff, like kind of deep on Tapology. Man. 14-51, still at it, still kicking. What was his last fight? It was last weekend. Against Brent. See, this is what I'm talking about. The underworld of MMA, bro. That has to be fake. It was his father's shows. This is who Khabib was fighting on the regional scene. These are the type of guys Khabib was fighting on the regional scene. He fought Tommy McMillan. I don't recognize any other names here, though. Is there any other guys that went on to become pro fighters? Carson Hardman's a pro fighter, right? Yeah, he fought for PFL in his last fight against Justin James, who Justin James hosts a podcast, The Other 10-7 MMA. Last fight was 2025, huh? Huh? Anyways, got to bring it all the way back to the actual card. So you don't think Conor deserves a no contest? So you don't think Conor deserves a no contest? No, he fucking got hurt in the fight. What are you talking about? If he got hurt on the walkout, different story. Ben Askren versus who's Bilal? Exactly. That's like saying Pantoja versus Van is no contest. And that, you know, Pantoja versus Van should be a win for Van. He got hurt in the fight. Who's the 170 champ? McGregor. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm going to go McMillan. But how does he usually win? He's a finisher. He gets guys out of there pretty early. Only one decision, 5 subs. His only decision was that fight on Contender Series. Whoa, there's a guy named Chris Two Moons. What the hell's going on here, dude? What are we coming across on Tapology? Oh, he's fighting out of Montana. He might be Native American. Those are usually the names you see. Two Moons and things like that. He's probably Native American. Why? Who do you think will win, Askren or Bilal? Bilal, bro. Braden Hanna says, hey, Wyatt, I consider myself a very hardcore fan. Despite getting into MMA 4 years ago, the term casual gets thrown around a ton by old heads and new fans. To you, what makes a casual versus hardcore fan? First off, I agree 100% that the term casual gets thrown around way too much. The term casual gets thrown around way more than it should. To me, it's do you follow the sport closely or not? Because casual fans to me are people that watch the White House, Conor, maybe Patty, maybe Alex Pereira. The people that only show up for those cards. The hardcore fans, in my opinion, are the people that watch at least 75% of the fights. Like every weekend, are you watching 8 or 9 fights? Are you watching all of most cards, you know? Like if you're, yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Mr. 3, that's a banger point right there. If you're on MMA YouTube, you're not a casual. You have gone deep down the MMA rabbit hole if you're on MMA YouTube. Because there's a step of commitment outside of just watching UFC Instagram posts, you know? Casual isn't even an MMA term, true. Damn, Braden's a relax, all right. That's the funniest thing is that I make good picks, was an amateur fighter, still train, talk about MMA for like 8 hours a day on my channel. And I still get hit with this is my job, and I still get hit with the casual shit, which like Dylan said right there, I think it's Dylan Powers, right? D Powers? What D Powers said right there is, yeah, Dylan. What Dylan just said right there is it's okay to be a casual. Of course, there's nothing wrong with being a casual. It's that when people use it as an insult, because we've said this before, if you call people a casual as it's an insult, you're going to have people that get into the sport and they're like, oh shit, I'm not welcome in this sport. Like you have people that they just start watching the sport. They're casually into it. They don't just commit their entire weekend to it every weekend off rip. They're like, oh, I'm kind of into this MMA thing. And then they see people in comments being like, fucking casual, get out of here. And they go, fuck, all right, I guess I won't watch this sport. The quintessential casual is someone that only watches a card because they heard about it through a friend. Good point. Wyatt, what's your opinion on Tommy Guns? I think he's really good, dude. I know that people hate on him because he's kind of got the O'Malley vibe to him, and he trains with O'Malley and Welch. He's got the tattoos, and, you know, he kind of positions himself as the, like, hyped up guy. You know, he wears like the Gen Z, like the Gen Z clothes, and he does the. I understand he's got the fucking Juice World tattoo and the World Is Yours tattoo and all the different stuff, whatever. I know that people that don't like O'Malley are going to hate him, but he is good and he is going to win. He's going to win by second round sub. Do you think Ezra Elliott wins against Anderson? I do, but that is a tough fight. Short notice, he missed weight. That is a tough fight, but I did pick him to win. Yes, sir. Hardcore fans know they were his father's shows. Exactly. Nope. Anyone who's never trained a martial art and cannot comprehend what they're watching is a casual. Has Brendan Fitzgerald ever thrown a... Has John Anik ever trained MMA? I think they know what they're looking at, you know? So I kind of disagree with your take on that. I've said that before. I don't think you need to train to be an expert. It's the same way that you have people that are NFL experts that never played past high school, you know? Chase Hooper missed by 2 pounds too? Damn. Where did his father's shows take place? Oh, Khabib's. Khabib's father's shows were done at a fucking diner in the middle of nowhere. At his gym, exactly. Hell yeah, I get to listen in after a 60-hour week. What's up, Todd? Appreciate you, big dog. How do you feel about the weight miss? It's never professional to miss weight. It's never okay. It's never okay to miss weight, but both of those guys, Damian Anderson and Ezra Elliott, got the call on Sunday. They might have not been prepping for a fight. I know you're on the regional scene. You're close to the UFC. You should always be ready for the call. I'm not going to make an excuse, but they got the call on 6 days' notice. They took place from in the middle of nowhere in wherever they're from. How did those fights at his gym not streamed in the U? Oh, you're an idiot, bro. William Wallace, thanks for the 2. I didn't watch UFC for 5 years because of the fans. Man. How did those fights at his gym not streamed in the UFC count toward his UFC record? They didn't. Oh, see, that's a casual right there. He was 13-0 in the UFC, not 29-0 in the UFC. Why should you don't even know the difference between UFC record and MMA record, bro. Oh, man. I feel bad. It's okay, man. It's all right. Well, you're not as aggressive as the last guy that was talking shit. Why would they count toward the UFC record? What are you talking about? Oh my God, I'm so close to putting you in timeout right now. Is that weight miss going to be a negative or positive effect for the fighter? What's your thoughts on guys missing? I think usually, what's the percentage? Guys that miss normally win, right? I thought it was counting towards his UFC record. I didn't know you meant amateur fights. They're not amateur fight. Oh, no. Oh, my God. What are we talking about here, bro? Wyatt just repeating it out of spite. We heard it already. Stop bullying him. Yeah. No, I'm repeating his chats. He keeps putting stuff in. Gonna put me in time. Okay. Oh, all right. All right, yeah, Tommy McMillan, first round sub. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate you, man. Fuck. Oh, my God. All right, we move up the card to Tabitha Ritchie and Fatima Klein. Tabitha Ritchie, Baby Shark. Crazy nickname. She lost to Vernie Jandiroba. Vernie Jandiroba's not bad, though. She beat Amanda Hebos by TKO, lost to Zhang Jiaonan. Jiaonan. She beat Tisha Torres, Angela Hill, Gillian Robertson. Gillian Roberts getting a title shot now, too, huh? How about that? And then we have Fatima Klein, who I think trains alongside Erin Blanchfield. She's on a 3-fight winning streak over Victoria Dudikova, Melissa Martinez, and then a decision over Angela Hill. So she has more wins recently, but Richie has fought the better competition. I know what you guys are going to say. Flip a coin, 29-28. I think we're going to go Fatima Klein here. She's got the bigger reach. Let me see. We got 5'1" with a 61-inch reach. Going up against 5'6" with a 67-inch reach. Never been submitted. Only lost once. It was by decision. And it was in the UFC against Jasmine Jasdavicius, who's had a pretty good career for herself as well. 15-4, 9-3 in the UFC. Respectable loss. I'm going Fatima Klein, 29-28 decision, huh? Fatima Klein, 29-28 decision. Yeah, I'd say stay away from that one if you're putting money on anything, though. Stay away from that one. Those toss-up women's fights, they're a little too risky. Veritas Vincent, Big Wyatt, I did the channel membership. What up, pimp? Hey, I saw that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. If Ronda slept with Dana and called him daddy, then she technically fought on her father's shows. Fair enough. Fair enough, huh? And then we got Du Plessis versus Usman feature fight. Chase Hooper missed weight by 2.5 pounds. He is the heavy favorite, though. 87% of people picking Chase Hooper. He missed weight by 2 pounds. He got TKO'd by Lance Gibson. He got TKO'd by Alexander Hernandez. God, he's fucking streaky, huh? Sub decision over Jim Miller, and then 2 TKO losses. The Alexander Hernandez one, I can't fault him for that much. I do think Alexander Hernandez, while he's not like a top-level guy, he's still pretty good. Lance Gibson, pretty inexperienced, though. 9-2. You shouldn't lose that fight. You shouldn't get TKO'd in the first round by that guy. Mitch Ramirez, 0-2 in the UFC. Lost to Thiago Moises, lost to Carlos Prates on Contender, and lost to Mike Davis. So he doesn't have any wins in any sort of UFC-related MMA, whether that be Contender Series, Tough, UFC. He's only got 11 fights at 33 years old. Yeah, we're still going to go Chase Hooper. I know he had a bad weight cut, didn't make weight. Still got 3-inch reach advantage. He's fought way higher level competition. But he does have a hard time showing up and playing ball at times. Which platform are you on? This is Tapology, and then I make the picks on Verdict. It's just like it's a picks website. Not like betting or anything. It's just picks. And you can track like how well you've done. But I'm going to go Hooper, but I think he's going to underperform and win by decision. He should finish this guy, but I think he's going to underperform and win by decision. Hold up, my bad. If you don't train touch butt in the park, you're a casual. True. And I haven't been doing that enough, so I'm probably a casual as well. I haven't played touch butt in the park in a cool minute, huh? But here now we have CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan, 4-fight win streak, going up against the Killer Gorilla, Jared Cannonier. So if Hooper loses, cut him. I don't think he's got that bad of a UFC record. One sec before we move on. What was he at? Not Jose Delgado. Chase Hooper, 16-5. 8-5 in the UFC? Nah, 1 loss makes him 8-6. Yeah, he's not getting cut. And then here we have Jared Cannonier, the Killer Gorilla, going up against CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan. Bro, are the gardeners here? Oh, yeah, there's a fucking lawnmower outside my house right now. Oh, I can't wait to move, bro. Fuck, that's annoying. I move in 3 weeks, and I won't have to worry about that anymore. Sarcasm on the internet isn't real. Everyone's serious and believes what they say. True. Who do you got, Mikey or Bryce Mitchell? Probably Mikey, but I'd love to see Bryce Mitchell get the win. Motherfucker, they're like right outside my window. What the fuck? Dude, my next door neighbors, I swear, are the fucking crux of my existence right now. My next door neighbors are the crux of my existence. It was like 7 months of construction outside. And then now they got fucking loud ass gardeners and they throw parties and shit. It is what it is. Aztecs making a racket, cutting the lawn. Nah, I know. Better than double construction, true. Gonna call ice on the guard. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'll say. Hey, I got him on speed dial, huh? Wrap it up out there. Crux society type shit, yeah. Why was Wyatt being such a dick? Because he was rage baiting, dog. People rage bait me, I talk shit back, and then you unsub to me. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Verdict got it. Saw the Tapology logo. What's your honest opinion on Tommy? He is out of the Red Hawk stable, but I'm not a huge fan of him. I think he's very good. He is cringe, though. I will say that. Way more cringe than O'Malley. Because O'Malley didn't try that hard to be obnoxious. Tommy Gunn kind of tries to be a little obnoxious. I like him, though. I think he's got a fun fight style, and I like guys that are willing to dog it out and brawl a little bit. Because there's too many guys early in their career, they're like, oh, I'm 11-0, I'm this big prospect. I'm just going to smudge to a decision victory, or I'm just going to jab and calf kick at range. I like when guys are willing to take risks. Wyatt letting out his inner Luke Thomas. Luke had the same issue with someone mowing during his live stream. Now it's a meme. Let me see if I can find it. We'll get back to that DDP, not DDP, CLD Jared Cannonier fight in a sec. I can't find anything. Anyways. Tommy Cleft Lip is going to lose. I'm going with him by first round sub. Just you wait, yeah? Cali is fucked to a certain degree, yeah. LA is for sure. Real question, the only relevant MMA question, Grasso or Dumont? Let me think about it. Let me see. Let me do some market research here, huh? Why do I lean Dumont? Am I wrong for that? No, I think I lean Grasso. Nah, yeah, I think I lean Grasso for sure. Does Bo mow your lawn? No, no. Been watching UFC since 2011, never missed a card. If you call people casual, you're gay. Love that. Thank you. Buddy said, I will go into heavy detail, yeah? Grasso, but she's actually had the belt. That's Pro Method G, that's not what I meant. I hope Montez wins. I don't know if he handles that pace well for someone that much bigger. I don't see a clear path to victory for Montez. I hate the matchup for Tommy is misleading. I think the hate for Tommy is misleading on the stylistic matchup. I agree with you, Braden, for sure. And I will go into heavy detail, yeah? Yeah, actually, I'll do a poll for this one as well. Let's get your thoughts on Cannonier versus CLD. I don't necessarily love the matchup for Jared Cannonier. He's on the older side. What was his last fight? Was it Kyle Bohalio? No, it was Michael Venom Page, bro. Okay. Decision lost to Michael Venom Page. Then he TKO'd RoboCop. Lost to Imavov. Lost to CLD. Lost to Adesanya. But he beat Strickland, which Strickland should have won. And he beat Vettori. Okay, so we can see, with minus the Strickland one, that was a close fight that I thought Strickland won. But aside from that, he loses to the higher level guys, Bohalio, Adesanya in 2022, Imavov. Michael Venom Page, not a great loss in my opinion. He's a tricky guy to deal with, but Michael Venom Page is not elite in the middleweight division. So he loses to, it's fucking hit and miss, bro. It's hit and miss. But I still feel like getting your last win over Roman Dolidze, Marco Tulio, Eric Anders, like he lost to C-Rod, or I'm sorry, CLD lost to RoboCop. Not C-Rod, RoboCop. Lost to Armin Petrosian. And then some of these wins are pretty fucking mid, dude. Claudio Ribeiro, Dennis Tialulin, injury against Dusko Todorovic. I think I got to go Cannonier here, brother. I think Cannonier's chin might go this time. Okay. If Tommy continues to win, he could be bigger than Sugar. I like his style's fun. I lived out there for 5 years, in Tracy for 1 year, Anaheim for 1 year, then San Francisco for 3. The Castro District is Wyatt's favorite place to eat, shop. That's the gay place, bro. The Castro District, right? That's the gay place in San Francisco? I don't live in San Francisco, dude. I live in LA, which is just as gay. Yo, from Sweden, love the content. Keep it up. Appreciate you, bro. I think we're going to go with... Tia Lulin is the worst UFC fighter ever, MMA fighter ever. I think I'm going to go Cannonier decision. Crafty vet. Crafty vet decision for Cannonier. And then we have the main event. Let me get a poll up there for you guys. Wyatt, do you live in the Wilshire district? No. No. UF cock. Yeah, some people do. They fucked up. Instead of UFC OKC, they did UFC OCK, and it looked like UF cock. All right, here we go. Usman. They don't even know how to spell your fucking name, lad, yeah? Usman. I only know about Castro because the glory hole MMA Joey sometimes streams from is there. Malteser Head, Marty Juiceman. They call him the Red Fox. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I have a feeling. I have a feeling here, huh? Okay, here's the thing with Usman, all right? Pretty inactive. He's had 2 fights in 3 years. Leon head kick, Leon decision, Hamzat decision on short notice, and then Buckley. Man. I'm saying is Hamzat on short notice at 85 versus Buckley with a full camp. Especially Buckley losing to Brady. The win for Usman doesn't age so well. This is a big step backwards. I mean, like, he won and he should have, but it was a big step backwards in competition. DDP was just in there with Hamzat, before that Strickland, before that Adesanya, before that Strickland, before that Whitaker, before that Brunson, before that Till, before that Tavares. I gotta go with DDP in this fight, man. I gotta go with DDP in this fight. You kidding me, dog? You must be kidding me if you think Usman's going to win. What's the odds? What's the odds here? Minus 240, I think that's reasonable. Nebraska Honda's crazy, Louis. Will Marty's knees finally give out? Will DDP prove he's African? A lot of questions. A lot of questions, man. The fight is for the true king of Africa. True. That's what I'm saying is Usman's cooked, in my opinion, dude. Same height, same reach on paper, but 7 years older, shitty knees. Dricus Du Plessis just got out-grappled by a guy that's young and a great grappler. I wouldn't necessarily call Kamaru Usman the same level of grappler as Hamzat Chimaev. I know that he gave Hamzat problems at certain moments in their fight. But Kamaru Usman is inactive. He just beat Joaquin Buckley. You can almost throw that aside. There's nothing similar about Buckley and DDP as opponents. I got to go DDP like round 3 TKO. That's what I'm going with. I just think that Usman is going to try to physically impose himself on DDP, and DDP is too much of a pressure fighter, too physical, and too much of a natural middleweight for that to make a difference. Almost 40, whole last year off. Are you going to the UFC Fight Night in Sacramento? I'm thinking about it. I actually am thinking about it. DDP by Spontaneous Grape and using Gable's loophole blueprint. There you go. There you go. Is going to be bad. Osman by 30% smudge decision. I don't see it, dude. I think we're going to see DDP rough Usman up, dude. Ryzen Landmark 15. Yeah, I saw Danny Sabatello's on there. They wanted me to, Ryzen wanted me to interview Danny, but his manager's Ali. So, didn't think that was going to go over well. Usman's only way to win is to wrestle fuck DDP, and I don't think Usman can do that and hold him down. True. He'll be, exactly, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be 20 pounds heavier, maybe 15 pounds heavier. And he's the natural middleweight. I know he used to be a welterweight himself, but he was cutting too much to make 170. 85. DDP's like a top 3 or 4 85er of all time. Snoozman's going to feel real African power. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going DDP TKO round 3. So there we have my picks. I got DDP, TKO round 3, Cannonier decision, Hooper decision, Fatima Klein decision, Tommy McMillan round 1 sub. And then on the prelims, I got Jose Miguel Delgado by decision, John Paul Labaznoyani by decision, Levi Rodriguez Jr. by second round KO, Ezra Elliott by second round sub, Alden Correa by decision, RJ Harris over Alvin Hines by decision, and I got Diony Barbosa by decision over, what is it? Alana Banana or some shit like that? Whatever. How many fights win their following bout after losing a title fight? Over 60%. Interesting. Yeah, DDP's going to win. It's the year of the underdogs, but not for Usman, unfortunately, and not for McGregor. Silva 3, Adesanya 4. Strickland 1, DDP 2, Silva 3, Adesanya 4. Okay, I don't necessarily agree, but there's arguments there. There's a conversation to be had. But if you look, I hate to glaze Strickland because he has, actually, not that I hate to glaze him, but he has beat, I know he has some losses as well, but he has beat Chimaev, Hernandez, Costa, Adesanya, Jack Hermanson, Uriah Hall, Brendan Allen, Court McGee. That one's not much of a flex, but he has a lot of crazy-ass wins at 85. Jack Hermanson. He beat Imavov as well. Abus Magomedov, but then he does have a lot of losses. So if I'm gonna penalize him for the losses, I have to penalize Adesanya for the losses too, and Anderson. So does that make DDP the best middleweight of all time because he beat Strickland twice and only has 1 loss in the UFC, and that's to Chimaev? And he beat Adesanya, Whitaker, Strickland. DDP might be the best middleweight of all time. Hold up. DDP is going to win because he's a champ bouncing back that isn't a welterweight. True. DDP is the densest dude Usman has fought that scrambles. The scrambles, little submission threat will cause Usman to gas mid-round 2 or 3. That's what I'm saying. We saw how he looked late. Strickland is just one of those guys that has always put the work in. Yeah, win, loss, whether it's been a few in a row in the right way or the wrong way, he's always kind of stayed on the gridiron, you know? Never really disappeared for too long except for after I think he blew out his shoulder in the second DDP fight. DDP by Framog, true. Adesanya, on the other hand, has robberies over Whitaker, over Rob Yoel. Oh, yeah, the second Rob fight, too. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch those. Maybe that's a good video for me to do at some point is best middleweight. and like go over resumes and look back at what was potentially a robbery. And what was the other robbery that Izzy might have had? Oh yeah, Yoel was arguably a robbery too. I don't remember that fight so well. I just remember it being terrible. I don't really remember any big moments. Did you see Patty called out MMA Che? I did see that. I did see that, guys. Yeah. 72% of you are picking DDP. I'm glad we're on the same page about that. For sure. I'm glad we're on the same page about that. Because I made some picks tonight that I'm not super confident in, but I'm very confident in DDP winning. I'm telling you guys. Usman. They don't even know your fucking name, lad, yeah? Because part of the thing is just like Dricus being awkward and random and hard to predict. I think Usman's a little too meat and potatoes to deal with that. DDP by kiss on the lips. Really wish we had Holland versus Smith. Yeah, Kevin Holland pulled out. Fuck him, yeah? Alrighty, gang. About 2 hours on here. 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm going to hop off and get this video finished for you guys because I have a video to drop for you guys. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the Fight Companion. Be on the look for a new video about Gaethje's alleged retirement in the next maybe hour or so. All right. Wyatt's a cool name. That's true. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you on stream tomorrow for the Fight Companion. Love y'all.